Uh, Maybe one more minute. We will get started with the program. Thank you so much for all the participants for taking your time off and being part of this event. Um, I hope some of you at least had also been part of our previous workshops and got something to learn from the workshop. And we are glad we're doing this Atmanirbhar Kalakar event. And many have expressed their interest in learning several topics, several areas from experts. So uh, it's very pleasing to know that this event is actually helping some of them at least. So we continue to do and bring in more such events in the future as well. So I guess we can get started. Um, all right. So thank you so much once again, everyone, for joining in. Today we have session on soft skill and personality development by Kavita. Uh, Before I introduce the speaker today, I would also request everyone present to kindly mute yourself, turn off your videos for now. Certainly, the you can always have a opportunity to interact when you have some questions. The very format of this workshop is our speaker will present their ideas, will present their overall course curriculum and the kind of they'll write through all the contents that is being part of this workshop, and then for next 15-20 minutes we'll understand the very details of the program, and then we will have some sessions interaction between the audience present today. We will take up some questions at the end of the sessions, and outside of this event also, we will be happy to kind of connect you, help you connect with all the other areas expertise as well. But in specifically, we will connect you to Kavita ma'am, and you can take your questions. She'll be happy to help with all the feedbacks that and questions that you have. Um, Once again, thank you so much. And it's a great pleasure, Kavita ma'am. Thank you for accepting and being part of this Atmanirbhar Kalakar event. Welcome to you.
Thank you, Abhijit. I'm glad I could be here. One request as the host, I think you can mute everybody because I'm getting some disturbances from some people. Uh, those who want to speak can unmute themselves later on.
Sure. May I request everyone to kindly mute yourself. You can keep your
Turn off the
videos on,
videos
but
also.
it's optional.
Yeah.
But kindly please mute yourself so that everyone can hear better. All right.
Okay.
So it's a great opportunity also for me to introduce Kavita ji. She's an avid reader. She's a writer. She loves nature, and she holds master's degree in architecture. She herself has been professor in architecture college in Pune for last 13 years and so on. And she has written several stories, several poems, some of her books, especially in the areas of national architect, in the areas of architecture, has been also published in several magazines. She's been helping in many ways, right? She's teaching soft personality development, soft skill to several students. She's been counseling people on several on these areas, not just English but also in the areas of art, architecture. And I mean, she has a lot of her books are also published in Amazon, right? So I think we have a very good kind of a talent in along with us today. Not only talent, I can say she's a counselor, she's a motivator, very good speaker. So thank you so much once again, Kavita ji, to be part of this event. We are really glad to have you part of this event. And as part of this event, I think, of course, the scope of this workshop is about soft skills and personality development. I think uh, one of the reason why we are having this very event is to kind of give the very basic understanding, especially for artists. Artists come with different mindset, different perspectives, right? So in today's trends needs, it has become very essential to have basic understanding of what personality is, how to kind of manage ourselves, how as an artist we should grow, and the kind of culture, the kind of ecosystems we work with. And a lot of peoples who come from different industries, I think artists somewhere lack this kind of a skill. and it gets only tougher for especially for artists to speak their heart out. They're not able to kind of communicate better in any forms, right? A lot of people struggle to get themselves available, for communication, and they always have somebody to manage their entire portfolios at times, right? So that's also one of the side, and that was our idea to kind of have this very session. And I'm sure this is not just going to be helpful for artists, but at a bigger picture, it is going to be very helpful for our own life, because of the kind of areas that you are going to kind of touch point and help us to kind of drive through, and know what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are, how to improvise, how to kind of get into the real world of communication, and enhancing our and improving our own skills, right? So thank you once again for agreeing and helping us to understand on soft skills and a personality development. I will leave the forum to you. You can kindly help us to drive through the basics, as well as what is the trends and advances, and how what exactly personality development means for uh, kids and the professionals and artists. Then you can also help us to kind of bring the narrations of what the ways are in effective communication building or confidence building, and fairly kind of also give us some examples of how these areas can enhance creativity, right? So I think I look forward also to get some understanding from you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhijit. That was such a overwhelming introduction about me. Am I clear? Loud and
Pleasure is
clear?
fine. Absolutely. But before that, once again, may I request all the participants to kindly mute yourself. I know there is some background coming from few folks. Would request everyone to kindly, mute yourself, or and then help the speaker to be little, better on their presentation. Thank you once again, everyone. Kindly mute yourself. Yeah.
So, hello everybody. Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome. Thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule to attend this informative session on how you can improve enhance, develop your personality by communicating effectively. Before starting the session, I would like to thank and express my gratitude to God. I request you, if possible, also to join in. Just close your eyes and fold your hands just for a few seconds and say a small prayer to the force that powers you. Just a few seconds. Okay. Thank you for indulging in me.
Thank
So,
you.
like Abhijit said, I will first give a few topics and pointers on what it is all about. And at the end of my talk, I will take your question, answers, queries, doubts, or anything. If along as the session progresses, you have something, you can type it in the chat box and Abhijit will note them down. And at the end of the session, he can amalgamate if there are 2, 3 similar questions and we can reply to them. Okay. So, ready or not, here we go. So, as you must be wondering, what is personality development got to do with speaking? I'd like to ask you, can you define personality? Along with other aspects, it could mean your personal reality, who you are, what you stand for, how you present yourself, what impact you make when you speak defines you. It makes your personality. There's a saying, right? One roar from the lion and the whole jungle is aflutter. So your voice, your speech, your communication is very, very effective and impactful. It defines how you are, what you are. It defines and makes your personality. You want to present yourself to the world in a particular way. You want to tell the world about yourself. You want the world to know about you. Sometimes you're not able to. You falter, you miss out on saying something, you stop short. Sometimes you end up saying something totally different from what you intended to say. And sometimes, horror of horrors, you're at loss for words. You're tongue tied. You can't speak. You just nod, you smile, and you're actually frantic from inside. Why does this happen to you? You may have practiced so many times at home. You may be very fluent in a language. You're a good speaker among your friends. You are like they say bindas. You can speak anything. But sometimes in front of an audience, everything goes zilch. So among other reasons, it could be that maybe you're not confident in speaking to an audience. Maybe you're not able to decide what to say, how to put across what is in your mind accurately and make a good impression on others. If you have control and command over what, how, and how much you speak, it will make a difference in your personality by making you feel confident and in control. Because what you're saying is being understood by the audience and you are able to connect, get through to them. After all, that is what communication is all about. Sending a message to someone and it being understood exactly as you wanted it to be, right? Now, effective speaking has many aspects, many tools. I will today focus on three of them, which I take in my 3 weeks workshop. That is confidence, communication, and creativity. So, confidence. Let's start with confidence. How to know what it is, how to know how much your it is, how to build it up, how to enhance it. For this, you need to do a SWOT analysis, SWOT. That stands for strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. You need to identify what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and then work on improving both. Hone your strengths, find out your weaknesses. What are your strong points? Each one's is different. So it's not like, ek kisi ka kar diya. Is Hindi and other languages okay? I can communicate in Hindi, Kannada, English.
Yes, yes. Feel free to.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, where was I? Yeah. So you need to find out how your weaknesses and strengths can be overcome and negated. You need to find out your strong points. Somebody's strong point is not necessarily yours. It could be your weakness. So each one has to do their own. Each one has to find out their own strengths, their own weaknesses. Yours could be that you have command over a language. You have the ability to speak for a long time. You can talk on any topic given to you at any time of the day. That could be your strength. You could connect easily with people. You could feel at ease in front of a crowd. You don't even need a topic. Just you need to stand and you say to talk and you start talking. That could be your strength. What are your weaknesses? Do you have stage fright? You may be fantastic in reading, writing, and understanding things and all. But if you have stage fright, when you go in front of an audience, even if there are three people, you may not be able to put forth your views, what you want to say. You don't know how to pronounce words. You don't know a language. You don't know the grammar. You don't know the syntax formation. So you may know the words, you may know the grammar, but sentence, you might end up saying something else only. You and the whole meaning might be different. You feel that your voice is not strong enough. It's not good enough to talk in front of an audience. Everybody is proud of their voice and everything, but that fear sometimes is there that it means it is not good enough to be speaking in front of an audience. So weakness mostly is lack of something. You need to find out what that is and improve on it, focus on it, work on it. So it could be vocabulary, it could be grammar, it could be voice modulation, it could be tone, formation of sentences, it could be a language which you may need to learn or know. You need to be confident. You need to know the pronunciation of words, proper usage of the words in a sentence, context to create the right and correct impact. So there are many aspects that could be your weaknesses. Anything has been upgraded. What? So once you identify the weakness, you start eliminating them one by one systematically till they become your strength. You can speak effectively. Communication is not just speaking, It's not about just to another person's mind, brain, thoughts, and exactly the way you have thought it. What is going on in your mind is what you want the audience to think exactly the same. Like if I say now, sun, what has come to your mind? The one that is there in the sky or the offspring of a parent? So you need to be very clear about what you're saying. When you say something, it should be in such a way, said in such a way that the one hearing it is understanding what sun you're talking about. So it's not enough to just say one word and stop at that. You need to continue with it. You need to build up the context in it. Any IT people out there? I'd like to give one small example. So what you're saying something to be received, it has to be decoded just as you coded it in your mind. One mistake in adding or forgetting to put a comma, a dot, a bracket, again a curly bracket will give a totally different output in your written code, and the whole outcome changes, right? Same thing with communication. What you say, the words you use, how you use them, in what context, the tone of your voice, the speed with which you speak, all add up to achieving the correct communication. And if that happens, it is known as effective communication, and the target goal that you have set is achieved. There are many tools available to communicate properly. One should know how to use them properly. Communicating, again, is not just talking, using only your voice, but also making proper use of other tools like your hands, your fingers, your facial expressions, head movement, body movement, especially if you're giving in front of a live audience. Now, this is online, so you don't need to stand. But if you're standing on a stage, you need to have some body movements also. And most importantly, your eyes, which are the most expressive part of communication. There is a saying, look in the eye to know the truth. A person who is trying to cheat you will never look in your eyes. He'll always have a shifty gaze. So you want to know the truth, always use your eyes, to communicate more. It's very effective. Now, I will tell you about some of the aspects of the communication process. Like there is the tone, pitch, voice modulation, and all. One by one, I will explain to you all. Okay. Now, tone and pitch is the rise and fall of your voice while talking. When to raise it to emphasize a point, when to lower it to emphasize a point, when to shout, when to whisper, when to be silent. These are all part of communicating. You should be able to know how to use them all to create a very impactful, powerful impact. Voice modulation. It means the softness or shrillness of your voice. If your voice is too soft, if it's too low, the audience can't clearly. They have to strain to listen to you. And after a while, they'll start losing interest in your talk because nobody wants to take that much effort. जाने दो, बात कर रहा है, करने दो. If it is too loud, if it is too shrill, then they can't tolerate. If you have witnessed me, you may have done. They literally do that. My goodness, how much of shouting, talk softly. So your voice, the tone of your voice should be so pleasing. The audience should want to listen to you, irrespective of whether they're understanding what you're speaking or no. आवाज पे फिदा हो गए. ऐसा होना चाहिए. Next is the speed of talking. That is the volume of words coming out from your mouth. You have to be able to control how far of the event or the context. Sometimes you have to pause. Sometimes you have to build up a tempo. What you have to do is capture the attention of the audience, the interest of the audience, and keep them interested, keep them captivated. You have to inculcate all these things when you're talking. If I start talking like that, hello, my name is Kavita, and you know what, I am trying to say something to you, and you know what, this is known as a monotonous drone. It happens because maybe you're nervous, you're not prepared, or you think that is something, whatever the reason. So if you continue in one monotonous drone, people are going to lose interest after a few minutes. 150 words per minute is how much the human brain can, take in, register, process. Beyond that, by default, after 5 minutes, कोई भी हो, आपका सगे संबंधी भी हो, interest wander होने लगता है. So to bring them back, keep them there and have them listening to you and understanding, more importantly, what you're trying to say, you need to have all these variations. These are all the tools of communication. If you all remember, there was a very famous persona, who was famous for giving speeches, but his pauses were so long that sometimes people say, "So gaye kya?" Does it ring a bell? Anybody can tell me who it is? He's a very famous, he was a very famous personality. Yeah, the
I think
late
most of
Sri
the
Atal
teachers,
Bihari.
that's most of the teachers in back in classrooms. I think last benches can easily make out, but I'm sure famous.
No,
Well, okay.
the one I was saying was Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. If you all remember, as he was speaking, he would pause for so long that we are like, okay, baat karenge, baat karenge. Of course, he was a very nice person and his speeches and everything were very good. But I'm just giving an example कि pause आपको जब देना रहता है, तो कैसे देना रहता है, कितना देना रहता है. Everybody is not Atal Bihari Vajpayee and nobody is going to listen to you if you do that. So you have to be able to know what to do. Okay. Communication can be done indirectly also. Just do a small activity, okay? Just a small little thing. If all of you all are sitting in a room and your family is near you or outside or something in the adjoining room, just turn around, don't address anybody, and just shout loudly, "I'm thirsty," in any language that you all speak at home. Just do it. I'd like to see what the reaction happens. Just turn around and say loudly, "I'm thirsty. Can I get a glass of water?" Did anybody do it?
Of
Okay.
course.
So generally what will happen is when you shout like that, somebody will come and ask you at least, if not bring a glass of water. Did you want water? Why did this happen? Because there is a bond between you all. The person whom you have addressed without even taking a name, somewhere there has been a connect. There is a connect. And what you are saying has been understood by that person and action is being taken. So you need to have the same connect, the same bond with your audience when you are talking to them, when you want them to do something, right? So it's important that you communicate, you bond, you connect with your audience.
Right. I
Using
mean,
gestures. Yeah. Yes.
I think you kind of covered some of the very important aspect that kind of grows with individual over time. For examples,
Yeah.
when it comes to artists, a lot of artists are, in a way, let's say, in the case of dancers, they undergo a lot of expression related trainings, right? The kind of connectivity that they bring on stage, it's because of the dance forms and the kind of learnings that they do with the expressions. In sense, every art form is kind of giving a opportunity to connect. When it comes to kind of improvising and creating an impact, there is a way that they're trying to figure out from each respective art forms. A painter does communicate in the form of painting, singer does the same, likewise in dances. Where the problem is to understand what other person is trying to communicate. If you ask a non-dancer, especially from the non-classical background, if somebody is performing, what is that kind of communication that has to be established, how to grow about it? Now, what is the kind of I mean, somebody like Vajpayee, who himself was a poet, right? The kind of vocabulary, the kind of grammar, the kind of knowledge that he has had, of course, achieved. It's over a period of time. For artists, I think learning over a period of, or for anyone, learning over a period of time is something that has no replacement. But there is a way to kind of improvise for a cause or for a use case basis. So, in your experience, is there a kind of what is called as shortcuts, or if there is a use case kind of a way of learning, so that artists kind of leverage those learnings and kind of fine tune them, given circumstances or use cases? Naturally, because we are in a hurry burry, or we are always now getting in the kind of trend and situation, people want to kind of go get it done. The process of learning, I don't think everyone wants to invest time and effort, right? So now, even for learning confidence, even to be more clear in terms of communication, getting things done, I think we are hardly wanting to spend time. So how has been your experience in the kind of achieving these maturity, or what do I say, excellency in being confident?
See, there is no shortcut, unfortunately. Some things you cannot have a shortcut. You have to work on it because finally you want to connect. You have a skill, you have a talent, you have a potential. Okay, you know that you have it. You want the world to know that you have it. So how you're going to do it? So you have to be able to talk. Like you have these events where you go and showcase your talent, like you said, a dancer. So the best way a dancer can express his talent and communicate is through a very beautiful dance. Okay, but for dance देखने के लिए लोग एक तो आना चाहिए. They need to come. When they come, they need to understand that you are the best among them. How you have to learn to pitch. You have to be able to do that. You have to be able to speak to them. You have to be able to connect to them in such a way that it doesn't come off as arrogance. When you're pitching yourself should not be in an arrogant way. It should be in such a way that they understand your capability, your ability, and they want it. So you need to find out how you can get across to that. You need to practice for that. So you need to have somebody to guide you through that. Like I said, you need to find out your weaknesses. You need to find out your strengths, and you need to improve on them. You can't just say that, okay, I'm fun. Then you have to engage a PR for that. And that person will do all your work. All you got to do is go in and do your dancing or your painting. But then again, what happens is when the audience wants to connect you and ask you, what is behind this? Agar painting hai. So they will ask, what was the funda behind this painting? What was your concept? You should be able to explain to them. If you are not able to explain, Arey yaar, I did a horse, but why you did a horse? What inspired you? You should be able to tell them why you did why you're doing what you're doing. For that, you need to practice. Like I said, you need to improve on your pitch. You can't shout at them. Hey, why are you asking me why I did a horse? I did a horse. What's your problem? You liked it, you buy it, no? Why are you asking me all this? Can you speak like this? No. You have to be able to talk to that person. If you're going to charge 1 crore for one horse painting of one horse, you need to be able to convince that person why he has to pay 1 crore for one single horse in a frame, right?
Right, right.
So for that, you need to be able to have that all qualities. You need to develop them. They don't come. Nobody is born perfect. Nobody is born, fantastic speaker. It has to be developed. For that, you need to undergo at least a few days, a few
Right.
weeks, a few months of that process. Only then can you come to that level where you are able to, keep your cool, calm, and still make that person do what you want to do. That is what communication is about.
I think I kind of saw a kind of example where it also defines the kind of character you are, the kind of personality you bring, the kind of approach you bring, right? It is not just about
Yes.
communication, being humble while you
Yeah.
communicate. For example, what you just said is one of the use case. I have seen many artists have that, what do I say, negative of a kind of a shade. You want to buy, otherwise none of my business. It's a
Yeah.
more commonly kind of arrogance that is shown among artists, right? I think we
Exactly.
have to overcome, as artists, we have to understand what is other kind of customer is, right? So I think very right. I think it's not just only the art that will make individual, it is everything more than that, because understanding other person and communicating is
Because
miles to
see,
go.
you have a skill. Yeah. You have a skill. It should not make you arrogant. Along with you, if you go and see in the world, there are so many more people. But if you want somebody to buy what you are doing, or at least appreciate what you're doing, there has to be that humility. There has to be that acceptance that along with others, I am good. Of course, you have to build that confidence that I'm good. If you don't have that confidence in yourself, then nobody can build you up. You have to have that little bit of pride, not arrogance. You have to be proud of what you're doing. It could be a very simple thing. Abstract painting bhi ho sakta hai. But you should know that what you did was of pure mind, and why you want to say it is also for pure thing. It's not for arrogance. So you need to develop. You need to develop your personality in that case. It happens. Like I said, everybody is not born perfect. You have to learn to develop it.
I think
You have to build
developing
it up.
part of it, it's also comes where you start asking questions. I think that's the biggest factor. Artist as a entity, they kind of don't do often. They don't often ask questions. It's like done deal. I buy
Yeah.
it or I don't buy it. Same goes with this is what I present and all. The curiosity, the very idea of I think confidence building
Yeah.
or speaking or anything to do with the effectiveness, it comes naturally when you start gaining knowledge. I think asking
Yeah.
question itself is the biggest thing. What do you say what do you have to say about asking questions as a very skill itself
Yeah.
by by itself that can help
Yes, yes.
improvise.
A perfect thing. See, you may know everything, okay, but there is always scope for learning more. You should never think that you have learned it all, you know it all. Even at any age, irrespective of age, irrespective of the degrees you hold, irrespective of the expertise you have, you may have been doing something for years. But there could be one aspect which is more, which will add to you. Like, for example, I'll give a very mundane and, common example. Now, to make dosa, right, which is a staple of everybody likes the dosa. Now, if you say you have to make a dosa, and you think, what is there in making a dosa? You just mix rice, you mix dal, you grind it, and your dosa is made. Then I'll ask you which rice you're using. There are so many varieties of rice, right? There is basmati, there is kolam, there is HMT, there is Indrayani, there is this. So which rice you're going to take? Each rice is going to give you a different outcome. Dal, which dal you're going to use? Udad dal,
Right.
tur dal. What proportion, quantity you're going to use it? How much rice and how much dal? If you take 4 proportion of rice and 1 of udad, what is going to happen? You'll get a dosa. Along with the rice and dal, you have to add something else. There is avlaki, there is murmura, there is methi seeds. How much you're going to add it? How fine are you going to grind it? Is it going to be thick, coarse? Fermentation, how long you're going to ferment it? Then dosa karne mein, which dosa you want? Masala dosa, uttappa, set dosa, sponge dosa, spring dosa. So same thing. It's everything is like this. You have it all. You know, dosa karne ke liye rice, you need dal, and that's it. But along with that, you have your skill, you have your ability. You should know how much to use what, when, and for what reason. Every dosa is not the same. Same thing like this. Every audience is not the same. Every situation is not the same. Given a situation, given an audience, you should know how to be able to connect. You should know how to be able to present. Then only your dosa comes perfect.
Well said. uh, I think one of the another biggest setback some of the artists, or rather most of the artists, has is considering the kind of artists in India that we're talking about. It is also about the kind of languages that they speak, right? How, I mean, we are all we come from various geographies, different languages. A lot of them speak in their own mother tongues. So the biggest challenge is to kind of bridge that very gap of different languages. What is your thoughts on how to what are the ways in kind of improvising ourselves in our own languages? How what are the some of the measures to improvise the bridging between what is so called as English or the world's connecting language with our own languages, right? So naturally, I think half of the success or half of the confidence is also to kind of get clarity in our own languages, because that's what, if you see the best economies like China, Japan, I think they have overcome for the very reason that they were very good in their own languages. So I think, do you also believe, and second on the thought that why don't you just improvise your own languages, be sure on what you want to kind of connect, uh, and that applies to every sectors, every skills, every areas, right? With artists, it is even more a bigger
Yes.
problem. They speak in the language of art, then they have to speak in a language where common man can understand. Then the other challenges like which common language, English, Hindi, and whatnot, right? So what is your take on that?
See, right now, the universally accepted language is English. So at least you need to have a basic knowledge of it. Now we have artists from rural areas like Gujarat, like Bastar, like so many places. They have such wonderful skills. Like there is the singing, folklore, folk songs. They go abroad, have shows and all. So when you go abroad, you will be performing in your own language. You need to be able to you have to have your language that is there. But when you go somewhere else, you need to be able to communicate with them, right? For that, you, like you said, that bridge that is there right now, the only common bridge, the only bridge that is there is English. So you need to know at least the basics of English. It doesn't matter if your accent is not good. You don't have to have an American accent. You don't have to have fluency in it also, but you should be able to communicate as the basics. Like, how much, if somebody asks you how much is this, you should be able to tell. If you want to tell them ki this is mine, your name, you should be able to tell about yourself, about your skill, about your talents. So you have to learn that basic, at least you have to have that much at least. And again, in that, the way you speak that, okay, That is very important, because most of the times, the way your tone, the voice, the way you talk, the gestures and all, some countries find it rude. You have to be able to adapt to that. You have to understand, different needs are there, and accordingly, as you're going, you have to be able to adapt and uh, change yourself. So that openness be there. I want to learn. Never stops. You may be an 80-year-old, a 90-year-old. If you are ready to learn, it will happen. That should come from inside you. Okay, I want to learn. So that is very important. That there is scope for learning. I am open to learning, and whatever is there to be learned, I want to learn it, because I want to pitch myself. I want to project myself. I want to showcase my skills, my talents. So language should not be a barrier. Just because you're not speaking English doesn't mean you cannot showcase your talent. You can learn. It won't take long. 3 weeks is all you need to learn English. Believe me. You can learn to speak in English without reading, writing. You don't need to write in English. Speaking English is totally different from grammar and writing. You don't need to write in English. You can speak English. I guarantee you that. Come, I will teach you English in 3 weeks to speak. Of course, you won't be an Oxford graduate level and all that, but basic communication ke liye to you can learn it. 3 weeks is all you need to learn.
Wonderful. I think now it's about time to take some questions. Can we have
Yes.
audience pitching in, and feel free to ask questions. Before that, would request you to kind of turn on your videos so that we see you and hear you even better. And you can obviously you can also ping in down in the chat. Yes, please.
Have you got any questions till now in the chat?
No, not yet. I do
Okay.
have a couple of questions before somebody picks up. Maybe I. Uh, okay, there's one question. What are the kind of student activities for developing communication and confidence building? And that applies to
Okay.
stage fear. So that's one of the questions.
So the first thing, I'll start with stage fear. Okay. Why are you afraid? Stage fear means what? Fear of speaking in front of an audience. That is known as stage fear. Why are you afraid? Generally, for anything, why are you afraid? Because it is unknown. Because we think that we are not good enough.
Right.
So you need to develop. You need to do those activities which help you overcome. Fear is there only till you take the first step. Until you take the first step, that fear is there holding you back. The minute you step over, एक कदम आगे बढ़ा दिया, fear अपने आप चले जाता है. धीरे 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 everything it starts going, and then you start becoming confident. So that first step is very much important to overcome that fear. You need to be able to, maybe the first speech of yours is going to be a total flop. You'll just stand there staring at people and like, what a mess. But that is the first time and only time you're going to make a mess of yourself. Next time they tell you to go on stage, you say, "Arey, last time I already made a fool of myself. Now what I can do? I can only be better than last time." Right? तो वो एटीट्यूड जो रहता है वो भी डेवलप करना रहता है. Never give up just because you failed once. So fail 10 times, you go on stage, 10 times you make a fool of yourself. So what? The world will laugh at you. Let them laugh. What is your problem? You want to talk. You need to build your confidence. If they're paying money to come, let them pay. No, you go talk. You don't talk, come back. Finished. So you need to get over that fear. That is the first thing. What was that other thing you asked me? Activities. Okay.
Activities,
So
student activities.
you need to have activities. Okay. In my course, I make them do various activities like speaking in front of the mirror. Impromptu topics are given. First, you start by speaking in the language you're comfortable with, especially if it's about English, speaking onto English. So take a topic and speak on that. You record it. अभी तो videos है, audio, everything is there. You record it and you only view it and see how you are looking.
Right.
What is, you can identify your own strengths and weaknesses. You need a mentor, of course, but you can start by doing that. Once you've done that, then you start talking to somebody else. You start talking in English. Okay, people will laugh at you. Hey, what you're talking? Hey, look at his English. These will be the common things. So let them do it. It's their problem. You want to speak, no? Hey, you'll laugh here. I will speak here. This is the attitude you need to have. So
No,
you
I
need to
think
have different activities.
true. I think
Activities like speaking.
the new trend or wave that you see today in any social apps, right? This new jargon called as meme, right? You kind of imitate.
Me.
That's a new way of
Yeah.
overcoming fear. A lot of people are trying to show their skills in arts or
That is
acting.
actually the, that is actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, that is the oldest thing. Perfection starts with imitation. You start by copying somebody. Take somebody's speech. See how
right,
they're speaking. Copy them word to word, ditto Xerox chapo uska. Ki how he's talking, what his hands he's using, gestures he's using, how his voice is going up and down. Same to same you copy. Do
right.
it till you are, is like when you're speaking, they'll say, Arey, it's that person speaking. Once you get that confidence, then you start improvising your own personality, your own way of and style of speaking. So everything starts by copying. Even A, you teacher writes on the board A, you copy that and you write A, right? So you are copying. Life is all about copying and improvising and improving.
Perfect. All right. So do we have any more questions from the audience here? Please turn on your videos as well so that we can.
Activities I can suggest if you would like to improve your speaking skills is one, start talking. Look into the mirror and talk
Start
because that
talking.
will give you.
बातें करो.
Okay.
So I
Record yourself.
agree. I guess you have some questions. Hello.
He can chat, write it down.
Agreed. Can you hear us? Do you have any question?
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Yeah, please.
I think. I think. Can you ask him to type it out?
Yeah,
So
Agrim,
we
can you please type it out? Type down below in the chat
So
box.
we can. I can.
It's just that
I
we can't
can
hear you
address
well.
it then.
So maybe you can get into a quieter place and then ask if in case you want to ask, or you can feel free to type it out. Any more questions that we have from the audience here? So there's one question coming in. It is about how to assess, how to do a assessment of what I have learned. Is it correct or not? Is it really necessary to be right, or how to be right? Follow-up questions to that. How to assess the level of the current, what do you call as standards? But is there a standard? If there is one, then how do I assess?
Meaning your self, whether how good are you or how bad are you.
Right.
Is that
I
what
believe
you mean?
that's the analogy here. How good am I when it comes to communication?
So you don't set your standards by comparing with somebody else. First thing, you decide where you want to be. How perfect do you want to be? Because you try to be like somebody else, you're going to end up as a flop. You have to learn to be yourself. So you need a mentor for that. If you're not able to assess yourself, you need somebody to tell you something. So for that, there are the coaching institutes, there are mentors, guidance, courses, workshops, whatever. These people will help you. They'll guide you. Okay. Because if you ask any lay person or random person, most of the times all they're going to do is make fun of you, criticize you, and make you feel miserable. And then you lose confidence. What little bit confidence you have also you lose. So it's better that you go with somebody who can guide you properly, who can mentor you, who can tell you that this is what needs to be improved. See, you should not call them as your faults. Okay. So you assess yourself by saying, this is my level. I want to reach this level. You set your standards and then you work on how you can reach that level. Again, for that there are courses, or you can go watch videos, you can listen to music, you can listen to songs, you can see English movies with subtitles. So as they are speaking, you're reading the words and you are understanding how to pronounce. Today everything is available, so if you can do it on your own, go ahead and do it. If there are mentors also, there are coaches also. So assessment is to be done for what level you want. You set your standards. Never compare.
Right. No, that's right. So now we have a question from Bhavana. I do not have stage fear in speaking, but I do in singing. How do I overcome this? I think I focus more on technicalities more than enjoying it. Well, there is a solution that she also
Well,
already
you
mentioned.
answered your question. You answered your question yourself.
Right.
If you are not enjoying what you're doing, you are never going to succeed. You could nobody or Kavita Krishnamurti. Why you want to be like somebody else? Your voice is unique. Who cares? Who's going to tell you? Who's to decide whether your voice is good or no? You, right? Sing. You must be singing in the bathroom. खुल के गाओ, दिल खोल के गाओ. Don't let anybody tell you that you are bad. Okay, go and start singing loudly. Let people close their ears and say, "Oh, keep quiet." Then you say, "You keep quiet. You go to another room. I want to sing." This is what you need to build up. You should never compare with anybody and never say that you're not good enough. You are good enough. Because you're good enough, only you're here. God sent you good only. It is the society, it is other people that make you feel that you are bad. Okay. People's opinion should not matter. What you think, what you want to do, you should do. So your voice is good. Nobody said that everybody's voice has to be mellifluous. If you listen to Ila Arun, okay, there is a very famous singer. Her voice, when it started off, it was so something only, different only. Everybody was used to listening Lata Mangeshkar, Asha Bhosle. Suddenly, out of the blue, this raucous voice came, jarring, garish. Even now, so many Hindi songs are there. I don't know much of Kannada songs, but Hindi songs, there are voice is so totally thick, and बाप रे ऐसा भी कोई गा सकता है. Nobody, so never undermine yourself. Always say that you are good, you're fantastic, and sing. Sing for yourself.
Wonderful. I hope Bhavna has got a good answer from you. I'm sure that cannot be better answer than that. I'm pursuing Vidvat, so I'm always afraid of making minor mistakes while singing. Well, because the expectation is always high from the people around, I find it difficult to sing open. I think your singing teacher can be more also
I'm,
giving you right answer to the
the
technical way
expectation
of
is
singing
always
in.
high from people around. I'm finding it difficult to sing upon.
Agrim, I'll come to you just in a minute. Can you please hold on? Right. So I was saying, having known this phase, maybe I can add a little bit, Bhavna. Uh, Especially at you're already into your Vidvat. I think your singing teacher can give you even more specific on the kind of nuances that is actually making your situation worrisome. But like already, ma'am said,
Okay.
singing at khulla khake, that I think that is the best way for anyone, right? And now that stages are gone, at least for 6 months now, singing khulke is the only way out. The best of the talents are going to come out in next 1 year, and because of the, in a way, thanks to COVID, people are singing loud. Anyway, best wishes to you on that. We'll go to the next question. uh, Agrim says I am afraid of people. I'm afraid of people. So he asks, what should I do? uh, yeah, that's his question.
Yes,
Why are
sir.
you afraid? But why are you afraid of people? Is it stage fear? Does he mean stage fear
Yes,
by that?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, stage fear is because you think that your voice is not good. You think that what you're going to say is not correct. You think that when you talk, people are going to say ooh to you, boo to you, or they're going to laugh at you. So everything fear is inside you. For you, all once you go there and start talking, they're going to applaud and say, wow, what a speaker.
No, ma'am.
So you just need to build up confidence.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm talking about social media. I'm so afraid. Then whenever one person teases me, so I'm so upset. Then Wordshed teases very badly to me. Then I'm so upset. What should can I talk with them? My mind doesn't. Uh, you understand? My mind
Yeah.
doesn't work that time.
Yeah.
What should I react with people?
That the world is not a bed of roses.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. People are not, everybody is not your parents. Parents are the only ones who will overlook all your faults and say, I love you in spite of all your faults. The world is here only to criticize you, only to pull you down. And it's looking for
Yes, ma'am.
one small opportunity to pull you down because it's a competitive world. Everybody wants to go to the top. And they don't like
Yes,
it when
ma'am.
somebody they feel threatened. Some new entrant has
Yes,
come, that person might be better than me, better to send him down
yes,
now
ma'am.
only before he reaches my level. So you have to become
Yes, ma'am.
confident. Let the world laugh at you. You do more. Nobody is going to come and say shabas kya baat kiya baat. That will happen only when you reach the top. To reach the top, you have to
Okay.
go through a lot of hurdles. You have to take insults as presents. You're insulting me, that means
Okay.
I'm good. Why do they insult you? Because they are threatened. They are afraid of you. Understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
So never give up
Yes, ma'am.
because somebody said something. अरे कोई कुछ बोल गया, बोलने दो यार. उसका मुंह है, उसकी बोली है, वो बोल रहा है, तू क्यों सुन रहा है? तुम्हारे कानों से बंद करो और करो जो करना है. बिंदास होके करो.
Yes,
दुनिया
ma'am.
तुम्हारी है. भगवान ने तुम्हें इसलिए बनाया है कि तुम कुछ बन सकते हो. दूसरों की बातों पे मत
Yes,
जाओ.
ma'am.
Understand? Don't let
Yes, ma'am.
insults, especially insults. The minute people insult you, no, be able to say, get lost. I am doing what I want. And just stop it.
That's coming straight from the heart. Well, thank you so much. Do we have any more questions from the audience?
I didn't get what happened.
Hello. Yeah. So, any more questions from the audience?
Something.
Okay. I think we are short of questions. I think most part
Time.
is anyway covered, but I'm sure a lot more can be discussed given more time. We're already over time now. Any closing
Okay.
remarks from what you think? It would be a go-getter, go get started kind of a tips and tricks that you think you can share for our audience today and all the artists, especially the beginners. And also in that, among that is also a lot of students who are just picking up arts, who are or professionals who are just getting into their career. There's a lot of tips and tricks. If that can be shared, I think that will be really great for our audience.
Yeah. So, especially for beginners, I'll say, don't think that the minute you do something, you're going to get success. Success is a very hard path. Okay. Today, there are so many talented people, but they are not getting success. So, success should not be defined by the number of medals you get, the trophies, the accolades you get, and all that. Success should be defined by how happy you feel, how satisfied you feel when you do something. So don't do it for the certificates, don't do it for the prizes, don't do it for that clap and applause and all that. Do it because you are doing it. You are feeling good by doing it, you're feeling empowered by doing it. That is your success. You sing a song, it could be horrible, but if you're feeling good about it, success is yours and you are a success. Remember that. Beginners, those who are already started off, don't give up. You have to continue. It's not going to be easy. Some people, it takes 10 years. After 10 years, their effort is understood, recognized, and even then, they're sidelined. Everybody is not Amitabh Bachchan, though there may be thousands of people with the same voice like him. But you should not give
Yes,
up.
ma'am.
Okay? You should continue. And for those who are already above, a little higher up, continue improving yourself. Don't rest saying, yeah, I've reached here. Now where? There is still more up. So keep improving. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't think that you have achieved it all. There is so much more to learn. बहुत कुछ है दुनिया में सीखने को और करने को. जितना कर सकते हो, how much you can learn, keep learning. Don't let age be a barrier. Never let that be. Never stop learning. Don't feel ashamed of learning. You may not believe it, but when I did my masters, my classmates were 25 years old, almost half my age. I did not let that stop
Mhm.
me. You should learn to bond. You should learn to be accepting. You should learn to want it. And if you are good and pure, everybody will love you. You love everybody, everybody loves you back. So be pure of your thought, of your process, and of why you want to do it. Your intent, your content, and your interest should be good and clear. Success is not measured by money, by certificates, by degrees, or by the crowd that is watching you. Success is defined by the happiness you feel inside. That's all.
I think that was amazing. Very, very wonderful thoughts. Yeah, thanks for sharing and so much of inspirational quotes right there. I mean, especially the when you said that you had your classmates 25 or less, and then along with especially with them. I mean, that itself is right. You never gave up. So that itself is a proven case right here in front of us. So folks, thanks for attending. I'm sure you have got a lot of inputs, a lot of suggestions, and great set of motivational quotes right there. So help us know how you felt the overall workshop about, and continue to be part of our next events. Thank you so much for attending and making this once again a successful one. And thank you so much, ma'am, for amazing workshop. And we look forward for more collaborations, more such events along, in our journey with ARTED. Thank you so much once again, everyone, for attending. So we will have this workshop also a recorded session available on our YouTube and other spaces. So feel free to review once again, check through the video, understand few more pointers that in case if you have missed any. And feel free to send your questions. We will share with ma'am and get answers and any other suggestions that you're looking for. Once again, thank you.
Thank you so much, Abhijit, for having me on the show and being able to, at least I hope I have been of some help to somebody, because life should be about helping others. If I've been able to motivate somebody and get them on their track, I consider that my success. So thank you everybody for joining in, taking time out and listening to me for so long. Thank you.
Pleasure is ours. Thank you so much.